Hello there and welcome to the orientation for THE 1000. I am Rob O'Brien. I am the professor in charge. I'm pretty casual, so you're welcome to call me Rob, or if that kind of freaks you out, Professor Rob. You know, it's not too formal. I've found that most theater departments around the country are on first name basis, and I come from Walt Disney World, where the entire company is first name. So I'm pretty informal, so feel free to reach out and use my first name. I will probably use yours as well. So I want to go over the class and how it is structured. Now, if you've gone into the learning module, you will see that all of the folders are under lessons, as long as we're in Angel. I may have to update this when we move to a new system. But regardless, all the files are in the same place. You don't have to jump around from folder to folder to file to try and get everything. I try to have everything lined up in a linear fashion. That linear fashion goes right along with your syllabus, it goes right along with the calendar, and also right along with the textbook. So I try to keep the organization as simple as possible so you can follow along and not be confused by that. So there are essentially 3 different sections to the course. And I want to talk about each 3 of those independently. The first one is the chapters and quizzes. The textbook has 15 chapters. We have about 15 weeks of class time. Unless it's during the summer, then it's all squished together. So it's pretty much a chapter a week. So read the chapter, watch the PowerPoints, take the quiz. It's pretty simple. In those folders, those chapter folders, I will have the PowerPoints in there. I will sometimes have some additional materials for you to look at if you want to go a little deeper into the information. And then there is a place for the quiz. Now, the quiz isn't just open for 24 hours and you have to take it and then it shuts down. I don't really buy into that. The quiz is open now. So if you already have the information or you've read ahead in the textbook, go ahead and take that quiz. You have 2 opportunities to take the quiz, and I will take the highest grade. Regardless of what the grade book does, I manually take the highest grade of those 2 quizzes. Now, there are 15 chapters, and there are 15 quizzes. Each quiz has 10 questions randomly pulled from a database, so everybody's getting a slightly different quiz. And of those 15 quizzes worth 10 points each, so that's up to 150 points, 100 points of that is going to go for just your quiz grade. Now this can be a little confusing. So the quizzes are worth 100 points, but you can get up to 150 points. And let me tell you, students who have been really successful with this class take all of the quizzes. Now it's up to you. You can take 10 quizzes, and if you're happy with that collective grade, be done with it. Or you can take the quizzes up till you get 100 points. If you're happy with that, be done with it. But anything over that 100 points is extra credit, which may save you a little bit later on. So people who have been successful with this class take the extra credit, okay? And I'm going to talk about why that comes in handy here in just a minute. So there's chapters and quizzes. Well, chapters, PowerPoints, and quizzes. That's the first section of the class. And you will notice that that goes throughout the entire semester. And I have those folders broken up exactly as the chapters are and the sections are in the textbook. So I try to keep it very well organized that way. The next portion is the script analysis. Now, in each one of the script analysis folders, I have shot a video. Please look at the video. I give you hints, I give you tricks, and I try to make sure you're going down the right path with each one of those script analyses. So, you're going to do 3 script analyses. There are, the script analysis worksheet is in each one of the folders. But the output, what you send me, is going to be different. So the first one, Oedipus Rex. You're going to take that script analysis worksheet and you're going to fill in the blanks. I want you to be able to master the format, that script analysis format. So that is a fill in the blank. Read the play, watch the play. There's some YouTube links in there. watch the play, read the play, fill in those blanks. Okay? The second one you're going to read is The Tragic Life of Dr. Faustus by Christopher Marlowe. Now with this one, you're still going to organize the information using that script analysis worksheet, but now what you're going to do is you're going to send me a PowerPoint presentation. You do not have to send me a video of you presenting it. Just send me the PowerPoint. This gives you an opportunity to add some fun, put some pictures in there, you know, have a little bit more fun with it. But I still want to see all that same information because it's a great organizational tool. So if you look at that, right there, you've got your different slides. So you already have that organized, right? So make sure you still are hitting all those bullet points. Yeah, it's cool to have the pictures, and I love that. But remember, I'm really looking for that content to make sure that you understand what's going on. Okay, here's a little tip. And I put this tip in the video for you also. The climax of the play is not when he signs the contract. So when you put that in your paper, or in your PowerPoint rather, I will weep. Because I know you didn't watch this video, you didn't watch the video that's attached to the assignment. I will weep. Don't make me weep. All right, so Oedipus, you're turning in the worksheet. Faustus, you are taking that worksheet information and turning it into a PowerPoint. Or if you don't have PowerPoint, that's fine. I can do the OpenOffice version as well. Or if you're really good at Prezi, if you can still get all that coolness into a Prezi, I'm fine with that. Just if I have problems opening it, I'll let you know. And also, sometimes the file size is too big. You can either contact the IT help desk. They have a program that will squish it down, or you can chop it up into several. I don't care if you send 3. That's fine. That doesn't bother me at all. I can go in and click on each one because I'm just looking for that information. Whatever's easiest for you, really. Then the third one, and I've just changed this play, is Fences, August Wilson's Fences. So you're going to still use that script analysis worksheet that you have now mastered, but this time what you're going to send me is an essay. Still in that same organizational structure. So we're going from the worksheet to a PowerPoint to an essay. So you've mastered this method of Aristotle's system of script analysis. Okay, so that is a paper that you're going to turn in. And I've been asked, it's usually about 3.5 pages. That's how that turns out. It sort of just depends on how well you're covering things. I can't see how you could possibly do it in under 3 pages, really. All right, so that is the script analysis portion of the class. So we have read the chapters, watch the PowerPoints, take the quiz, and then we have the 3 script analyses. All right, so then next, the descriptive and prescriptive critiques. You are going to go see 2 shows this semester. Oh, yes, you are. The first one is of your choice. I ask that it be college or better. Community theater is fine. So I just want to make sure you're not going to a church show or a kids show, something with limited production elements. So you're going to find that show, and somewhere in the folders there's going to be a link to a bunch of shows. There's this great guy who lives, I think, in the Villages. His name is Jack Petro. He has Jack's Theater Blog, and he collects all the shows in the area, including some in Gainesville and Orlando. You might have to take a little road trip. But we also have a few options in town, too. So take a look there and see what will work for you. So with the descriptive critique, you're going to go see the show, and make sure you don't write more than 1 page of summary of that show. And again, in that folder, I've made a video for you. So listen to the video, watch the video. I give you some good tips there as well. So no more than 1 page of summary, and then I want you to describe 3 or 4 of the production elements. Acting, perhaps singing, dancing, costume, lighting design, set design, sound design. Pick 3 of those and describe them in detail. Just saying that the costumes were nice for the period doesn't really tell me anything. So I always say, and I even say this in the other video, sorry, kind of sweating here under the lights. I say in the video that you should act like a three-year-old when you're in the theater. Don't run up and down the aisles without your shirt on. No, what that means is ask why. Why did they do that? Everything you see is planned. So ask why, especially if something doesn't work. So that's the first play that you're going to see. The second play that you're going to see is going to be our production, and that'll be highlighted in your syllabus, the dates. Make sure that you get off work, you get a babysitter, you get whatever you need to do to come see that show, because typically it's only one weekend. And if you're watching this video at the beginning of the semester, you now have at least 2 months' notice that you've got this show coming up that you have to see. It's usually Wednesday through Sunday. The Sunday is a matinee. So get your schedule figured out, because if you don't see it, you don't see it. Nothing I can do about it. So with that one, you're going to produce a prescriptive critique. So you're still going to describe like you did before, but now I want you to prescribe. What went wrong? How do you think it could be fixed? Or how do you think it could be better? Okay, so this is because we're later on in the semester. You know what's going on. You've got some more theater vocabulary that you can show off, and I hope that you do. So, and please, this is not your opportunity to flatter me or my production team. We've been living with the production 3 months. We know where things went wrong, or things that we would have liked to have had go better. So you're welcome to do that. However, remember that a critic, being critical, does not mean being snarky and nasty. Okay? So you want to make sure that you're academically critical and not snarky and mean, because that doesn't do you any good. Remember, it is an academic paper. You're not writing for the Village Voice, right? Right. Okay. And those are about 3 to 4 pages as well. The entire class is a Gordon Rule class of 3,000 word minimum. Now that doesn't mean once you hit 3,000 words, woo, you're done, you get a grade, and life is hunky-dory. That means you have to at least 3,000 words in order to get the Gordon Rule credit. Okay? If you do the course as I've designed it, it's going to be about 5,000 words. It's okay. They're all small assignments. They compile on top of each other. It's not, I need a 20-page. No. We're not doing that. And then the last thing, the final will appear about a week before it's due. It will appear the week before the final is due. And the final relays back to those scripts for the script analysis. And I'm going to ask you about some of those main characters, a compare and contrast. And once again, I'm looking for you to show off some vocabulary and some concepts there. All right? So I hope you have a wonderful experience. You've got a lot of work to do, but it's very, very doable. Just make sure that you are on top of it. You make sure you're doing some every week, because you don't want to get behind, because then you're in a crunch and you're not actually learning anything. You're just trying to jump through some hoops to get credit. And really, that's really a waste of your time. So why not delve in, have some fun. Hopefully you already like the subject a little bit. You like the theater, or at least you're intrigued by it. And, you'll get in, you'll learn something and have a great time. Because the subject matter is really wonderful, because our lives are surrounded with stories. We live our lives, we identify with other people through stories. So hopefully you will see that the relationship that the audience can have with the live actors is unlike anything else that you can encounter. You cannot encounter it on television or in the movies. There is something magical about being in the presence of the activity as it's happening. So I hope you enjoy being in the presence of these shows that you're going to see, taking a critical view of them, being able to break them down into their various components so you can speak about them, and getting an overall breadth of what the theater, what it takes to make theater. All right? If you have any questions, feel free to email me through my CF email. I get that so much faster. obriner@cf.edu. And I'll talk to you soon. Oh, and when you're at the shows, please stop by and say hello if you see me. It's always nice to know when my students are there. Have a great semester.